Hey folks, Vic here with a weekly trade video for Friday, July the 30th, 2021. Gee, end of the week, end of the month, another one gone by. Hey, first of all, I'd like to really thank those who attended our webinar this past Wednesday, July the 28th, and a special thanks to those who came on board or took us up on the special offer that we made. We are very grateful that you put your trust in Darko and I, and we very much look forward to helping you on your trading journey. And just so you know, that offer is still good until this Sunday, August the 1st. If you weren't able to make it to the webinar and you'd like to listen to it, there's a link to it to the recording in the text below this video or in the email that you received. For today's video, on the heels of the webinar, I have a scalp trade to show you. It's on the Aussie US dollar pair that set up very nicely yesterday, July the 29th, Thursday. And just like I showed in the webinar, you'll see how nicely this set up at higher time frame resistance. It was a short trade. It's been a great trade, and depending on trade management, okay, there was an initial 3-to-1 reward risk at a logical opposing level, and it's moved much further since then, up over 60 pips. So that's like 6-to-1. And again, this all depends on trade management. I'm not saying you're going to get that. Everybody has a different risk tolerance and that kind of thing, but I'm simply showing you our methodology for getting into these trades. And actually, I'm going to show you another trade on the British pound Japanese yen pair from today that has also had a great move as well. One more thing I should quickly mention is that I wanted to also show you some swing trades from this week, but there simply weren't any that fit Darko's trading approach. I mean, that just happens. But in the webinar, you'll see several great examples of these swing trades, so you can go and check those out if you wish. So there you go. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you'd be so kind as to give us a thumbs up if you do like it, we'd very much appreciate that. And be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on there. There's a subscribe button in the lower right corner of the video. Alrighty then, here we go. Okay, so the trade that I'm going to go over with you is on the Australia US dollar pair, and it actually set up yesterday. I'm recording this on Friday, so it had set up on Thursday. Let's have a look at this here. I want to just kind of point out the sort of peripheral information on this. So you can see what's happening here. We always key off of key levels of support resistance on higher time frames. Well, here's the daily, so we use the daily 4-hour and 15-minute basically, okay? And so what's happening here? Well, can you see that we're making lower highs, or pardon me, lower lows and lower highs? Like this high drops down to this high, drops down to this high, and so on. And the lows, the swing lows, are going lower as well. Price comes up and retests this. And in the service course, we show you how to mark your significant necklines, the ones that matter the most. And then we had another level down here that price reacted from. So in other words, in any event, we're watching this level closely here because we're at daily resistance. That's where and it's in a downtrend, so we could expect a reaction there. So if we go down to our 4-hour chart, what does it do? It rallies up, right? It rallies up and makes an inside candle. I want to show you that this red candle, when you have a rally up to a level of resistance followed by an inside candle, it's a possible reversal, okay? So this is a level that we are definitely in. Look at the touch points along here, and this. So we're thinking sell because that's the way everything's moving on the daily chart. We're at resistance and all that kind of thing. So we go down to our 15-minute chart, and this was the sell right here on the 15-minute chart. Now this actually happened, like I say, yesterday. Here's rollover. Well, prices, your entry is far away from where rollover is, and you can see that it actually hit it pretty much to the pip. It was a pretty good fill. Sometimes that happens. Other times you miss it by a pip. It's trading. But this is a pretty substantial move down if you held it. Now I say if because it all depends on your trade management, right? We have protocols for it, but don't get hung up on that for this video. I just want to show you the methodology and how we get into these trades. And so there's usually quite a few opportunities. There's been a few less lately, to be honest with you, but there's always opportunities every week with short-term trading. So, from 74, I'm just going to call it 10. It was actually 74.09, but just for round numbers, down to this 80 level. There's 30 pips in here. This only needed a 10, maybe 11 pips at the most risk, and actually what became a natural stop as well. We use a volatility stop, but it was a good, pretty decent trade here. And you can look at opposing levels for taking profits, like when price comes down into this stuff in here. Yeah, that's not a bad place. Like I say, that alone gives you a 3-to-1 reward to risk trade. Now if you're someone that wants to hang on for the opposing level, it's still going down. It is Friday. It is the end of the week. It is the end of the month. You may not want to hold something like this over the weekend, and that kind of thing. But I just hope you can see the power of this. I mean, that's a pretty nice trade, that one. Actually, I'll show you. Let me show you one more here that's set up today. And I mentioned all this, like I put out a scalp levels video every day. So I show members, and this is really good when you're learning, is where are the key levels that I should be focusing on and why. Okay, so in this page, this is the British pound Japanese yen pair daily chart, what they call the beast. They got this pair because it's a wild one. So this is the same thing. Like it's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. See, it's breaking and closing below these. This level right here, this is a really, really important level in the context of what's called advanced market flow. Advanced market flow is it's a concept that Darko introduced to our members back in November of 2017 when you first joined the Coach's Corner, and it's a really very effective way to read price action, trends, reversal points, etc. in the market. Really worth listening to. And of course, that's all included in our service as well. But in any event, what I pointed out yesterday to everybody was that when price hit this very, very important, it's called an advanced pullback level, we had this pin bar reversal on the daily chart. That's negative. This is actually, so in other words, this thing's holding. So now we're going to go down and look at what happened on our entry time frame. And I told members that this could be a good place to short from. Like I'm not, this isn't a call service or anything, but I'm just pointing out levels that they can look to trade on if they wish. And this came up to here. We used what's called a volatility stop, like I mentioned earlier. This needed a 15 pip risk. We could have put the stop over here, but you got a way more risk than we like with short-term trading, because the idea is to put in very small pip risk trades. And look at this move down. This just down to here, and maybe because, like I say, it's Friday and all that kind of stuff, maybe you want to take it off. That's a 3-to-1 reward right there. So there's two of them, 2 3-to-1 reward risk trades. Like I'm not saying you're going to get all these right away. It just takes time to learn them, to develop your trading skills and that kind of thing. But by having the levels pointed out to you, I think it's pretty helpful. I hope it is anyway. Let me just talk about long-term trading as well, because this style of trading isn't suitable for everybody. Maybe you've got other reasons why you can't trade short-term. No problem. And so Darko looks after longer-term trades, which are like swing trades and even position trades. And I don't have any examples to show you from this week. I'll just defer to the webinar that we had on July 28th, and again, there's a link to it in the text below this video or the email that you receive. Because right now, as Darko says, the market's gone on a holiday for swing and position trading. And listen, folks, that happens with any style of trading and with any pattern. Okay, they just tend to dry up for a period of time and then they come back. It's perfectly normal, but the main thing is that once you've decided on how you want to trade, it's imperative that you stay with it, okay? And just use patience and discipline and don't allow yourself to get sidetracked, okay? And by the way, just stay tuned, because Darko is going to be posting his trading game plan that's going to apply not only for right now, but for 2022, so you get a really good idea of what to expect. So if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get the notification when it's out. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you can get more info on our services by listening to the webinar from this past week, and you'll hear how and why we separated our services into short-term and long-term. Okay, and of course, don't forget the very juicy webinar special pricing offer is still good until Sunday, August the 1st. Also, stay tuned for Darko's latest podcast, which will be coming out tomorrow, July the 31st. If you're a subscriber to our channel, you'll get a notification automatically. Okay, thanks again, everyone. Hope you enjoy your weekend. See you next week. Take care.